I know every time I post a thrift haul video that I am probably being added to your rob list, and you know what? If you owned these boots, I would rob you too.
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexis Sunshine 83 right here. Today I am sharing a collective spring thrift haul. I did not thrift all of these pieces at once. I have been collecting for the past couple of months, and a lot of the pieces were actually on my thrift wish list for 2025. Even though I'm gonna continue to wear these pieces past the spring season, they are very like spring inspired, very much my spring Pinterest board. There's just so much color, so much floral. Like, who am I? Little Miss Colorful Floral, hello. Let's just get right into it. The first couple pieces I'm gonna show are from ThredUp. Nobody is surprised, and ThredUp is actually sponsoring this portion of the video. My first secondhand fashion video on this channel was a ThredUp haul in 2017, and they have been a pivotal tool in my sustainable fashion journey since then. Worldwide, up to 100 billion new garments are produced by the fashion industry every year, and each year as much as 92 million tons of clothing ends up in the landfills. So choosing secondhand first takes a direct stand against the damaging impacts of the fashion industry, and amazing clothing already exists. ThredUp makes it easier than ever to find exactly what you're looking for. And with their improved search, you can type in keywords such as category, brand, color, etc. I found the most amazing vintage rampage polka dot dress on there last year that was perfect for a date night. Their filtering system is great to cater to specifics like condition, neckline, pant rise, and so much more. ThredUp is one of the world's largest online resale platforms with brands like Reformation, Doc Martens, and Levi's for up to 90% off their SMA retail price. ThredUp has everything from bags to new with tag items and the most beautiful shoe collection. Like, their shoe inventory has my heart. The first top I got on there is originally from INC. The SMA retail price was $70, and I got it for the ThredUp price of $17.99. I paired that with this Madewell denim skirt to really lean into the 90s, early 2000s vibe that the top was giving. The SMA retail price was $95, and I got it for $24.99. To top it off, I grabbed this beautiful brown bag from ThredUp. The SMA retail price was $76, and I got it for $33.99. The detailing on this bag is so beautiful, and it actually holds quite a lot in it. I have found these Reformation jeans on ThredUp in my size for $46.99 versus the estimated retail price of $204. Now, don't sleep on the scarves ThredUp has. I found this deep mauve, almost glittery, sparkly skinny scarf, and again, that has been a big thrift wishlist item. The SMA retail price was $25 and the ThredUp price was $9.99. This red bag really pulls any look together, and in my shoulder bag journey that I seem to be on, since I've only ever worn crossbody bags, ThredUp has been a great place to find unique and fun ones to add to my wardrobe. The SMA retail price was $64 and the ThredUp price was $27.99. I also picked up this Urban Outfitters tube top on ThredUp that perfectly aligns with my style and is going to be great for warmer spring days since it's still in a dark color, but being strapless, I won't overheat as much. The SMA retail price was $23 and the ThredUp price was $16.99. I did find this top that definitely is more in the spring color palette with these orange flowers, and it's a lightweight cotton, so extremely breathable. Originally from Rumored, it is new with tags, which is such a win. The SMA retail price was $95 and the ThredUp price was $27.99. Shop hundreds of brands for a fraction of the price, all in one place. Tap my link to my ThredUp favorites and find something special for any occasion. I do have a couple more pieces that I got off of ThredUp, but I had used my own money. And this floral skirt is, it's the dream floral skirt. It's exactly what I've been looking for. I gasped when I saw it on the ThredUp website. It is the perfect maxi length on me. It is so difficult to find secondhand maxi lengths that are actually a maxi length on me. They always end up being more of like a slight midi length, which is fine and dandy. I have skirts already like that, whereas I have really been on the hunt for like a proper maxi length. I feel this colorway is really great all year round. Like spring and summer, I can maybe style it with more colorful pieces and just lighter pieces, whereas in fall and winter, I can then style it with blacks and kind of like grunge it-ish a bit. I don't know, kind of just like add darker colors, and then spring and summer add lighter colors. And I think it would go with all of the different color palettes. That is not making any sense. All I'm saying is this is an all year round gem piece that I am really excited I now have. It doesn't have a brand on it, but it does say on the inside when it says like the material and the size that it is supposed to be a 2-piece set. If I could find the matching top, I will lose my mind. That is definitely number one now on my thrift wish list. Another piece that I gasped when I saw it on the ThredUp website is this floral cardigan, originally from Gap. It is 80% silk and 20% cotton. I don't think I've ever felt a silk knit before, and it's such a nice composition for a knit. I usually go, or at least the ones that I own, I love like a 50% Rami, 50% cotton, like vintage cardigan. And this, having the blend of cotton and silk, it feels silky. It's so interesting. It's like a silky knit, but I feel that description previously, I'd be like, oh, a silky knit, that sounds like a terrible feeling. But no, it's soft and comfortable and just really silky, but in a really great knit way. I do not know how to explain the feeling of it, but just know it is fantastic. And again, exactly what I've been looking for: funky, fun, patterned cardigans that are not seasonal related. And this one's definitely more tame compared to my cat clown cardigan, and so perfect for spring. One of the things that was pretty high up on my thrift wish list was to find brown booties, or I don't know if I would call them booties, just like not long boots, so I could wear them with my jeans that weren't like loose, or a boot cut, even a boot cut jean. A lot of my longer boots I still couldn't wear with them, so I just wanted a shorter boot but in a brown tone, because as much as I love my black boots and I own a lot of black boots, sometimes it can feel very harsh in an outfit. So really wanted a brown shorter boot, and oh my goodness, did I find exactly what I was looking for. Are you kidding me? I'm not trying to say I am the thrift secondhand god's favorite, but like, I mean, not only these, but other stuff in this video as well. Like, I'm sorry, I think I am their favorite. These are originally from Steve Madden, got them on ThredUp, and they are in a size 9.5. Literally my size, and in the silhouette. Like, this is such a 90s silhouette boot, because I kept coming across brown boots, just not in the silhouette I was wanting, and usually with a pointed toe, and I just don't like pointed toe shoes on me. And so this like almost square round toe, Also in my thrift wish list video, I mentioned that I had already found 2 of the styles I have been looking for such a long time during a random thrift trip, and they are these 2 skirts. First up, I have to talk about the checkered one. I have been looking for a checkered maxi. I would say it's more of like a midi maxi, like right in between a mid maxi, Maxi, sure, why not? Skirt, checkered skirt for probably 5 years. And why was it so difficult? I do not know. In the color palette that I wanted, I had an orange one, and I kind of just settled because it was taking me so long to find a gosh darn checkered longer skirt in a blue or a black that I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna take whatever the thrift is giving me and just be thankful that I have something similar, but I rarely wore it. And so I ended up saying goodbye to it, and then found this. You can't tell me this is not like the perfect stereotypical spring skirt. This item is probably the only one that isn't very spring summer appropriate, but I couldn't pass it up because I've been looking for it forever. It is a deep chocolate brown velvet skirt with the slit. Fits me like a freaking glove. Also, it's long enough. It's actually a proper maxi velvet skirt. I was ready to settle for more of a midi velvet skirt, or like, again, the maxi in between, but no, it's actually a maxi length on me, and I believe it is vintage. It has a paper tag. It's originally from Tadashi, and what a glorious, glorious skirt. I know it kind of slightly looks black potentially on camera, but it is a like deep chocolate brown. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with you. A brown suede fringe jacket is another thing that has been high up on my thrift wish list, and I went to a flea market specifically to try and find one, and I did come across a good amount, but none of them were perfect. I was very much being Goldilocks, where I didn't want them too loose and like swallowing me up, but not too tight where it felt uncomfortable and I couldn't layer anything under it. I wanted to find the perfect, just right fit, and I am happy to say that I did, in fact, find it. It is this deep, dark, chocolate brown fringe suede jacket. I don't think you'll be able to fully see it here, but hopefully in the try on portion, it is just such a gorgeous fringe jacket. The fringe is quite long, so I do have to get used to these like long strings flying all around that I don't hit somebody with it, but I actually really love the detailing of the fringe on this particular jacket. The most fascinating thing with trying to find a fringe suede leather jacket is how different the fringe placement and also the length and the amount of fringe on a suede jacket can be, and trying to find again the perfect one for me, and this just checked every single box. Also at that flea market I got two tops, both floral. I didn't realize that until now. But first is this black and brown, or I guess it's almost kind of like a yellow and gold, I don't, cami with lace. It has a little bow on it, and the really cool part about the flowers is it almost has this like seam stitching effect where it has a little bit of a texture. Originally from the brand Art&B, and this is going to be such a great top to wear on its own, but also layer. Like I imagine like cardigans, and then even my leather jacket. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. And then this sunflower top, which is so reminiscent of the American Apparel sunflower dress from the 2010s. I think this is a top. It was being sold in the flea market stand as a top, and it fits me like a top. It's just such a breathable, loose, comfy top. I just have realized I need more comfy tops. I have also realized probably the biggest downfall with my style is how many t-shirts and like baby tees I have thrifted and bought the past couple of years. Love them, still wear them, but they all kind of give the same look. Like, why do I own so many of them when they just give the same look to an outfit, versus something like this and then something like this, completely different patterns, but they're both tops, they're both floral, and they're both really comfy as well. Like this is, I would say, probably just as comfy as me wearing a t-shirt, but instead something a lot cuter. Again, don't get me wrong, love a t-shirt, but I'm really trying, especially now that we are starting to get into warmer weather, to wear tops that aren't just t-shirts. There is one last thing I had gotten at that flea market, but it is on my wall. It is this dried floral wall art piece, and it's so cute. It truly finished my little wannabe gallery wall that I was attempting so well. I was looking for exactly a small little floral piece to add that wasn't too heavy. Another home decor item I actually got at the thrift store when Carrie was visiting Southern California on Valentine's Day. We did a thrifting and coffee date, and I got this super cute apple container. This like style of home decor is my absolute favorite. I love fake food, and especially like as a container, functional and also really cute. I love my ceramic cake that I put all of my big hair scrunchies in, and I'm not sure yet what I'm going to put in here, but I mean, even if you don't, which I will be, trust me, I got stuff to put in here. It's just like I have so much stuff I could put in here that I just can't decide what I am gonna put in here. But I'm very happy that I got it because it's really adorable, goes with my home decor style. I know you're sick of me saying that I keep finding things on my thrift wish list, but like I keep finding things On my thrift wish list, in that video, I said I am looking for floral maxi dresses that do not have a base of black. And I was like, oh my God, Alexa, you're being so picky. No base of black, like that's so specific. You're not gonna find that. Well, guess what? I found it. I found it. This dress is everything that I've been looking for. It has more of a ribbed material, but not a like sweater material. I hate sweater dresses, just the feeling on my skin, but this is kind of like a knit ribbed. It doesn't have the composition of the materials that's used, so I'm not entirely sure, but it feels quite nice like any ribbed material thing, clothing that I've owned. And so it's very comfortable, very breathable. I don't know also when it was originally made, if it's vintage, if it's not. It feels vintage. It gives me 90s inspo. I talked about my dilemma of trying to find maxi skirts that were long enough. Well, the dilemma of trying to find jeans secondhand that are long enough is almost nearly impossible. I had thrifted some bootcut jeans last year and they were so cute. The fit was really nice, but they were way too short. And I kept telling myself, no, they're not too short. It's fine. It's cute. It looked weird. It looked awkward. And so again, I've been on the hunt. Not very hopeful, honestly. I did not think that this was going to be possible until somehow, some way, I found these at the thrift store, bootcut style with a 33-inch inseam. Are you kidding me? They are a more mid to high rise, which originally I was looking for a mid to low rise, but most of my tops are cropped or like slightly cropped. They aren't a like long line because I've been wearing high rise for the past couple of years. So most of my tops are cropped or again, just not like a long line top, to where I have a low rise pair of jeans that are like a flare. They have lacing on the side. They're very, very cool. But the tops I can wear with it are pretty limited, especially because I don't want to change out all my tops to be able to work for low rise when I still love high rise and I wear them a majority of the time. And the tops that I own that aren't cropped are still too short to wear with a low rise. And so this being more of kind of a mid rise actually works so much better. They are originally from the brand Girlfriend. It says made in Los Angeles. I don't know the brand. I've never heard of them, so I'm not sure like the date of these jeans were made, but it does have a paper tag. So I'm thinking maybe like slightly older, maybe, I don't know. It could have been made last year. It could have been made 10 years ago. I'm not sure, it doesn't matter. They fit me so well. They are a more stretchy denim, which previously I hated any type of stretch in my jeans, but I have been slightly converted in that slightly stretchy jeans are really comfy. And I think in a boot cut or even like a wider leg like this, you do need a little bit of a stretch for them to fit properly. I think a rigid denim in this type of silhouette just doesn't work as well and just isn't as comfortable. I did thrift another floral maxi skirt, and again, the perfect length, and it has the black base, which is what I've been looking for with a floral skirt for literally no reason. I just didn't want a floral skirt with a lighter color like pastel base. I wanted it to be a black base, similar to how I said with the dresses I am wanting dresses without a black base. Again, absolutely not much of a reason. I just really wanted floral maxi skirts with a black base. Anyway, it's originally from the brand Vintage Studio with paper tag, and I love this. I love the color of the flowers as well. It's kind of this like muted green, kind of mucky forest color palette. These shoes are one of the coolest pairs that I own now. They are just so interesting. I've never seen anything like them with this type of square toe. I mean, on like Pinterest and like from the early 2000s, but never in person. They are really similar to the Doc Marten Mabel Mary Janes that I have, but just in a like vintage looking brown loafer style. It's so interesting and it's so cool. They're originally from Union Bay in a size 10. I actually found these in the size 7s. I would never go into different sizes of the shoes at the thrift store because like I don't want to be disappointed. And honestly, the size 10s and the 9.5s, it's already like depressing anyway, so I don't want to make myself feel worse. But I just so happened to go in there and I saw these thought they looked really cool, happened to look at the size and was blown away. The fact that I do not think these have ever been worn outside is so mind-blowing. It kind of goes back to the brown booties I was looking for. These are not boots, these are not booties, but with those boot cut like flare jeans, they kind of give the effect of like a high-heeled boot without being a boot. And also they're freaking cool. Are you kidding me? Heeled loafers? So cool. Finally, the last thing I have to show you is definitely one of my most prized possessions. You already saw it in the thumbnail. You already saw it in the beginning of the video. I already made an Instagram reel about them because I just could not wait. I had to show you the John Fluvog cowboy boots. I'm speechless. I'm literally speechless. These are so gorgeous. I've been wanting these for years. Like, if you are a chunky shoe 90s y2k lover, you have had these shoes on your Pinterest board, and somehow, some way, I now own them. It has been such a journey getting these boots because this is actually the third pair that I have gotten. The two previous pairs ended up not working out for me, which, okay, I'm just gonna go through it. The very first pair I got, they were a size 10, but they were way too big. And I tried so hard to make them work because everyone said that these ran small. And so to get them in a half a size to a size bigger, again, they are like vintage. So trying to figure out sizing is quite difficult. On the John Fluvog website, even the cowboy boots that were similar to this, that are a little bit more modern, that they don't sell anymore, they said to size up in them if you have a high instep. And I have no arch in my foot. It's actually fascinating to look at. Is like my feet are completely flat. So I have ran into issues of not being able to get vintage shoes on my feet, or like boots in general on my feet. So I figured the size 10 would be perfect. I'm a true size 9.5. If you measure my feet, I'm a true size 9.5. It's just these brands that it's not a real 9.5, and it's very frustrating. But anyway, to be able to walk in them, I had to put in 2 insoles and wear 2 pairs of thick socks, and still they were slightly too big. They just were unwearable for me, so I said goodbye to them. And then I found a purple pair in a size 9.5, and I was like, okay, the size 10 didn't work, so the 9.5 has to work. Couldn't get them on my feet. Could not get them on my feet. I tried everything. I tried all the hacks. I Googled. When I said goodbye to those, I was like, I'm not going to. I'm not gonna buy the John Fluvog cowboy boots. It's just, I just don't know what my size is gonna be. And then I saw these and I was like, let me try it one more time. They are a size 10, but the measurements for it were the measurements of my feet. So I took the risk and it was worth it. They fit me so well. I love them so much. They also were quite discounted compared to other ones that I've seen online because they do have an imperfection, which I knew before buying them, but they have kind of a, you know, hole, or like, it's almost like a bite taken out of the top, which my Jaden Maxes in the color Oxblood also have something similar, and that has never bothered me in wearing them. So I thought I probably also won't be bothered in these having that, especially because it's the inside, it's not even the outside. And the fact that I then got it discounted, like, yes, absolutely. This was the find of the year. That was everything that I have picked up. I am sending you all thrifting luck. Find the second-hand gems, that you find everything that is on your thrift wish list. I'm very excited about wearing these pieces this spring, and just spring in general. Honestly, springtime I'm always a little bittersweet about because yes, I love the idea of spring, the colors, the renewed fresh energy of spring, but I can never help but just think about how summer is now closer than ever and the unbearable heat that is coming very soon. But anyway, make sure you check out ThredUp and tap my link to my ThredUp favorites to find something special for any occasion. If you would like to see my face again, then make sure to subscribe right down below and hit that little bell to be notified every time I make a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is AlexSunshine83. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!